Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description. Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to Going In Raw, the Dirt Sheet. The only place you need to be going for your pro wrestling news right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. Also available wherever fine podcasts are available, including iTunes, where when you hit that subscribe and download button on your fancy little iOS device, it helps us. It makes us happier. It makes us a happier working environment. Right? Am I wrong about that?
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm shaking my head, yes.
I feel like crap today, Larson.
I know.
You can also
mentioned that several times.
You can also get on ProWrestlingTees.com/Going In Raw and get this shirt.
And Fun Wrestling logo shirts.
Well, more importantly, W Steve W.
No, Fun Wrestling.
And classic fuck wrestling.
Fun Wrestling.
Attire.
The premier online YouTube wrestling promotion.
Have you seen the overnights on the Nielsen ratings for Fun versus W Steve W? You need to step up your game.
You know, Fun Wrestling had a better CPM. It did. It made more money.
Because it was longer.
Not by much.
Because it was longer.
Not by much.
What are we going to go by? Okay, fine. What are we going to go by?
I think it could be several metrics.
If money is the thing that matters with us, which I think it is,
yeah,
I guess we should go by who makes more money. So
okay.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine.
Okay.
So
when I start bringing in all those sponsorship deals,
3-hour episodes of W Steve W on the way. 60-minute Iron Man matches, three per episode.
Problem is, you're not getting many viewers watching a 3-hour show.
You want to find out about that? You want to find out about that?
Yes.
All right. This is the Dirt Sheet. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/Steve and Larson, where you can kick in some money. Larson, name a Patreon reward tier.
$5.
That is correct. We do have a $5 Patreon reward tier. What do you get at $5?
You get to watch a stream every week of us talking about wrestling.
You get to watch the Tuesday episode live. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, typically.
Tuesdays.
Yeah, on Tuesdays.
Raw recaps.
That's right. But let's hop right into the news.
Yeah, we have one news story today, and then we're going to take a look back at some of the predictions we made a year ago.
This is going to be fun.
Then make predictions for 2017.
One of our friendos, Adam, how do you say this name? Gossin?
Something like that.
Adam Gossin.
Adam Galloper.
Adam Galloper on the Twitter.
Yes.
Adam Galloper. Sent us a little notes thing.
A breakdown of all the predictions from last year.
Yeah, that's right. And I was like, ooh, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
So we decided we're going to take a look at those. We're going to clown ourselves over our horrible predictions.
Yeah.
Our horrible predictive skills. And then set new predictions.
Yeah, that I'm sure will be proven out to be horribly wrong, too.
Probably. But first, we got a big, fat, juicy, funny news story.
Yeah.
I like this stuff.
Yeah.
Whenever Ryback talks, it's always entertaining.
Yeah, he has a podcast.
Yeah, Conversations with the Big Guy. Conversations with the Big Guy. I always imagine he can't breathe right.
Oh, okay.
Conversations. I know he got his nose
I thought that was your stomach acting up again.
Oh, no.
Like you belched right as you said guy.
No, I don't. It's nothing's coming up. It's all going the other way.
I know.
It's all headed for the exit.
I know.
Yeah. Anyways.
On a recent episode of his podcast, he was talking about negotiating contracts with Triple H or something.
Which I love. Why wouldn't he have an agent doing that for him?
I mean, Ryback, it seems like, does everything himself.
Yeah, so I guess that makes sense.
This is his quote. Hunter told me directly that this is all from Wrestling Inc., this transcript. Hunter has told me directly that WWE does not want young talent to have economic freedom. He goes, Triple H that is, we never want another marquee name here in the WWE. This was during my first contract negotiations. Yeah, legit told me, he goes, we're never going to have another John Cena. And if you look, that's why they book guys the way they book them. They don't want guys to have too much power anymore.
So immediately when you heard those last two sentences, what did you think?
Well, I mean, this whole thing made me think of Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, yeah. Exactly. That's why he says that's why they book guys the way they book them. They're booking the living shit out of Roman Reigns. They're trying to force him to the top. They're doing everything in their power to create another John Cena. This is so obvious. It's so evident. It's so on the wall.
Yeah.
And yet, according to Ryback, Triple H said, We're never going to have another John Cena.
See, do you think that maybe Ryback's either recollection or is maybe a little off, or maybe he took some of these quotes out of context? Because I can totally see Triple H saying, yeah, you can't make another John Cena. As in, that has to be an organic thing. I
would have loved if whoever big guy is having conversations with, if he would have said exactly what you just said. Are you sure he didn't mean that, yeah, there will never be another John Cena? Just like you said off camera, there will never be another Rock. There will never be another Stone Cold. There will never be another Hulk Hogan. And there will never be another John Cena. That's kind of the top 4 WWE
they're
draws.
Once-in-a-generation talents.
Right, exactly.
And you can't make them. They have to happen.
You can't make them. Exactly.
And sort of like, Triple H may have said something about might not have another marquee name in the WWE. Just business sense. It makes zero sense to say we never want another marquee name. We don't want anybody that we can market the company around to mainstream audiences. That makes zero sense.
Let's break down what he said here, because there's 2 things kind of going on. It says here, and because you wrote it down here.
Yeah.
It says, Hunter has told me directly that the WWE does not want young talent to have economic freedom. Now, we haven't listened to the episode, so we don't know. Like, this is like in a bracket right here.
Yeah.
So maybe
my reference is something he said previously.
It might have referenced that. But then he says he goes, and then he's actually quoting Hunter.
The direct quote from Triple H.
The direct quote from Triple H doesn't actually say the WWE doesn't want young talent not to have economic freedom. It says we never want another marquee name here in the WWE. I don't know. He legit goes, we're never going to have another John Cena. And if you look, see, here's the problem. This is the big problem right here. If you look, that's why they book guys the way they book them. Well, like we just said, they're booking this shit out of Roman Reigns.
Yeah. And I was reading an Inquisitor article about this as well. And the author of that article reported on this story, but then also kind of editorialized a bit and interpreted what Ryback was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And the name of the author escapes me. I'll put a link in the description for the story. Says that in a certain context you can see this play out because WWE relies on part-time talent to drive pay-per-view buys or network subscriptions, whereas they don't necessarily put main roster talent in those types of positions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you look at it through that prism, it kind of makes a certain amount of sense. You can see that point of view. But the problem with this, if this is true, what Hunter said, the problem with that attitude is in 10, 15 years when Brock isn't going to wrestle anymore, when The Undertaker can't wrestle anymore, then who are the part-timers you're going to rely on then, apart from Cena? You haven't built any other stars to take their place.
Well, no, I think that, to me, that's the point that is kind of disproving Ryback's thing here, is exactly that, is, yes, they rely on part-timers, and that's okay. They're part-timers for a reason, because they're crossover stars. They cross over into the mainstream and they can bring people over. That's okay. You can you can have a guy like Cena who sells tons and tons of merchandise since 2002, and then when he finally starts to go out into the mainstream and do movies. Like, are you saying that they regret making The Rock? Like, what, they're sad that The Rock is out there? Like, the highest paid actor in Hollywood who has his roots in the WWE, and he comes back every WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And sells people on the network.
Yeah.
How can they possibly be sad about that? How could they possibly, like, that doesn't make a lick of sense to me anymore. If you have nothing but full-timers who don't have economic freedom, that means you have nobody who's crossing over into the mainstream, and you have no draws for your show. Like, you can't go to the UFC every year. You can't.
Yeah.
There's only so many Conor McGregors you can try to get in. There's only so many Ronda Rouseys who are going to like wrestling. It doesn't make a lick of sense.
It doesn't, because then you're relying strictly on the hardcore fan to drive your business. You're not bringing in any casual fans.
As much as you and I would love to see AJ versus Samoa Joe or Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event, money-wise, for the health of the company, it makes much more sense to have 2 part-timers, Undertaker and John Cena.
Yeah.
Makes much more sense to have that as your main event.
Yeah.
And that's just simple business.
Yep.
So it feels like every time Ryback is like going down further down into the iTunes Sports and Rec category 150, which we like. See, I don't like to pop ratings. I like to just keep our ratings. Like, I like to build on good content.
No, I understand.
And it feels like Ryback is trying to pop his 150 ranking category by saying stupid shit. I could be wrong. Triple H might actually think that. I would really doubt it, though.
I know.
I would sincerely doubt it. You need guys that
need
cross
marquee
over.
names. You need them.
You need them.
You need them.
You need guys to go out there, do mainstream shit, and still have sort of a tether to them.
Yeah.
And keep that goodwill and have them coming back.
I mean, do you think the NWA would have been as popular in the 70s and 80s were it not for Dusty Rhodes or Ric Flair?
I know.
Those are marquee names.
I know.
Same with Hogan in WWE in the 80s.
I know. And look at what happened with Hogan. How did Hogan get so big? He went out and did Rocky.
Well, he did Rocky before he really joined WWE.
Yeah, I know, but that was like, that sort of
that propelled him into the mainstream consciousness.
Exactly.
Yes.
The mainstream.
And during the early mid 90s, when WWE focused on younger talent and didn't have mainstream crossover stars, what happened?
Yeah, they're crap.
They had
didn't draw
huge
shit.
economic issues.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't know what the case is. I'd be very surprised if what Ryback said is 100% correct. I'm not saying he's lying.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Triple H, if their position is, I mean, this line here, they don't want guys to have too much power anymore. I get that. I mean, no company wants their employees to have too much leverage because then they can, get more money out of them. I get that. You don't want to give people too much money because you want to make money. But it's so bizarre, and it's like. This stuff with Ryback, it's always like this weird shit that comes out every once. That's why I think he does it to pop ratings. Because it's just every once in a while, it just comes out. Like when you haven't heard from Ryback, then something else. He talked about something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. He's so weird. I eat negativity and El Pollo Loco.
Yeah, he does eat El Pollo Loco.
He does. All right, let's hop on these predictions.
Yeah. So let's revisit what we said end of 2015
Yeah.
about what was going to happen in 2016.
Yes.
I have them right here, Steve.
Do you?
There's a full list of predictions here.
Nice.
Courtesy of @Adam Galloper.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I have them too now.
So here we go.
I put them up on my computer.
Let's go through these first bunch here, and we'll read off our own predictions. My first prediction.
Okay.
For 2016, Kurt Angle will have one last WWE run.
Hasn't happened quite yet.
Hasn't happened yet.
Is that going to be again on your 2017 predictions?
Wait and find out.
Okay. Then we had. I said there's going to be monthly takeovers.
Nope.
Hasn't happened.
Nope.
Doesn't seem like it's
No,
going to.
they seem like they're going to, at least for the most part, be still tied to the major 4 pay-per-views.
I would think that at least through 2017, it's going to be quarterly. It wouldn't surprise me if it cropped up in 2018.
Triple H has been talking a lot about establishing NXT as a brand more or less on par with Raw and SmackDown.
Itself,
if
yeah.
they're going to do that, then they start having these takeovers more often, I guess.
I would think so, yeah.
Maybe.
Because we still have a month till Rude takes on
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura,
Yeah.
and then it's going to be 3 months till the next one.
Yeah. Next, for me, Jordan and Gable will be the most over tag team, if not most over 2 stars in NXT.
Yeah, hey, they're the current SmackDown Tag Champions. But
They were pretty popular in NXT before they got called up.
They were pretty popular in NXT.
Not about the
But
most.
were they the most over tag team in
They were
2016
in NXT?
in NXT?
They were after Enzo and Cass got called up.
They were for a very short window.
About 3 months.
And then the thing is they got called up kind of early. They got
Yeah.
kind of the problem with that is that they just got called up a little too early, and then it took them a really long time to find their footing
Yes.
on SmackDown.
Yes.
And the jury is still. I think that in spirit this was kind of wrong because it was kind of right and kind of wrong.
Yeah.
Because we both thought, and I'm totally on board with this prediction here, or I was. I thought they were going to be way bigger. I thought that the writing was going to be on the wall. These two, even as singles competitors, were going to be massive.
Yeah.
Now I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I
The
wonder what
potential is there. I'm just not so sure.
wonder if they had to wait till after WrestleMania 33 to call them up.
Maybe. Yeah. My next prediction was Triple H takes a lot more responsibility day to day.
I don't know. I don't know if there's any way we can really tell.
I don't know if there's, I have no idea. Maybe. I mean, you see him, he's in front of the UK tournament thing, but all indications are that was Vince reacting to the ITV World of Sport relaunch. So I have no idea.
Yeah. Me, Daniel Bryan returns. Not necessarily WWE. In a sense, I was right. He returned. He's not wrestling, but he returned.
Yeah. And then my next one, Baron Corbin will be NXT champion.
A little off base on that one.
Okay, hold on. But he was just in the main event for the world title of the WWE.
Yeah, but you knew he wasn't going to win that.
That's okay, but You're not telling me they're comparable? Baron Corbin's on main fighting for the world title, and Shinsuke Nakamura is still down there in NXT.
That wasn't your prediction, though. Your prediction would Baron Corbin would be the NXT champion. That didn't happen.
That's fine. But let me ask you this. If they had, for whatever reason, kept Baron Corbin down in NXT, you're telling me that he wouldn't have been world champ by now?
No, because Shinsuke was there.
I don't know, man.
All right, next set of predictions. Go.
Oh, wait. Are we doing this right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't know what the difference is between
I don't either.
Okay. Finn Balor will be called, my prediction, Finn Balor will be called, oh, this was fucking way off base.
Oh, yeah.
This is horribly off base. Finn Balor will be called up. WWE won't know what to do with him. Maybe an IC title run to give him relevance, then released. But he'll still last longer than Tyler Breeze.
You thought all this would happen in 2016.
Things happen fast. Things can happen fast.
I understand that.
But man, they really pushed him to the moon for half a second there.
Yeah, until he got hurt.
Injured. Yeah.
Yep.
They just threw that Universal title right at his face.
Yep.
And then he got his injured, and Seth Rollins fucked him up.
All right, my next prediction. I have two here back to back. One, Bayley debuts the Raw after WrestleMania. That was one major pay-per-view away.
That's true.
Just after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
She challenged Sasha Banks for the Divas title. It's now the women's title, obviously.
Now the women's title.
And they have a year-long feud.
This is just fantasy booking for me.
Didn't happen.
That last part is
But this
fantasy.
one I got right. Kevin Owens wins WWE World title. Granted, it was on Raw, so it was the Universal title.
Universal title.
But he won the top belt on his show. I got that right. One for Larson.
Okay, but here you go. This one here. I won you one better. Owens and Ambrose wins WWE World title. Both those things happened.
Yeah, sure.
And Cena ends the year with the title.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Which isn't going to happen, but removed 30 days?
Oh, gosh.
He's going to win it at the Rumble, and that's removed 30 days.
So? It's 2017.
So Cena ends the year with the title. That's so
2017.
close.
That's 2017.
You have to admit,
year.
That's pretty damn close.
Completely different year, though.
That is pretty damn close, though.
Sure, fine. It's close. But it's a completely different year.
It's so close.
But then you have this prediction. First wrestler guest on Going in Raw. It is primetime Brian Lee.
I'm happy we outkicked that one because we had our first wrestler guest on Going in Raw, and it was a myriad of today's massive superstars. We had AJ Styles, the current WWE champion, inarguably the best wrestler of 2016. Top wrestler 2016.
We also had Sasha Banks.
We had The Miz, who had a career year.
Enzo and Cass.
Yep.
All right, so at the end of this prediction
Not
list,
terrible. We didn't do terrible here.
Yeah, I know. We predicted who would have the major titles on each WWE brand.
Okay. And we didn't know there was going to be a Universal title.
Yeah, we didn't know any of this, obviously. We both said Jordan and Gable would be the NXT tag champions.
Little did we know they're the SmackDown tag team. I think that's pretty. They did pretty good there.
As far as the NXT World title, you said Baron Corbin.
Yeah, what did you say?
Apollo Crews.
Did you say? Apollo Crews. My guy is at least sniffing the world title. Your guy is sniffing what? The backstage, the catering table.
Apollo Crews got brought up too early.
So did Baron Corbin. Who's the NXT champion.
The NXT Women's title, you said Dana Brooke, and I said Asuka.
All right, you get props for that. That's good. Was
One for Larson.
Was Asuka the champion this time last year?
No, she won it at WrestleMania weekend.
All right, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
WWE Tag Team titles. You said the Usos.
Wow.
And I said the Lucha Dragons.
They're not even a team anymore.
Nope.
So I think I kind of win that one. They're at least
get it right.
They're at least fighting for the titles. They fought for the titles literally this week.
This is the only way you get a prediction right if it happened.
No, I think they're shades of gray.
The Usos are not the tag team champions right now.
Predictions are like horseshoes. I think I'm spiritually better than you.
Oh, well, no. All right, U.S. title. You said
I can't believe you're not giving me any respect for the Cena ends the year with the title. I can't. Number one, you just said Kevin Owens. I said Owens, Ambrose, and Cena.
Well, you got two of those right.
I know, but it's more like 2.75.
No, it's not. Because it's a completely different year. It's a completely different entity. 2017 is separate from 2016.
It's really not. In the grand scheme of the universe, it's really not.
But we're not talking
time is a man-made
We're not talking
device.
about any of that. Different year.
Time is a man-made measurement.
Where was I? U.S. title. You said John Cena.
Not even close.
I said Sami Zayn.
Roman Reigns.
The Intercontinental title. You said Finn Balor. And I said Xavier Woods.
Yeah, not even close on any of those.
The Divas title, which is now the women's title. Mm-hmm. You said Bayley. And I said Sasha Banks. I was like a month away from getting Sasha Banks right. Do I get credit for that?
I'm only 4 months away. You get more credit than me. I'm 4 months away from Bailey.
I'm saying is neither of us get credit because we didn't get it right.
You get more credit. I'm giving you more credit for that.
We didn't get it right, so it doesn't matter.
Giving you more credit.
The WWE World Title, because at the time there was only one belt. You said John Cena.
Yeah.
And I said Seth Rollins.
Oh, I'm so close to that one. So close to that one.
Seth Rollins has had multiple matches for that Universal title.
Yeah, but John Cena's going to be the world champion.
Next year.
In less than a month.
Next year.
Less than a month.
So exactly 1 month from today.
Who wins all this?
Nobody.
Kind of me.
Oh, God.
Although you said Asuka and I said Dana Brooke. Boy, that didn't happen.
Nope.
They called her up too early. What are you going to do? All right, do you have your predictions? I do. Predictions for 2017.
Do you want to go first? You want me to?
You go first.
All right, my first prediction.
Okay.
No major independent or international stars will sign with WWE or NXT this year.
No Adam Cole, baby, this year?
Nope.
No.
The deal's because Young Bucks re-signed.
Well, yeah.
Jay Lethal reportedly re-signed. Kenny Omega's not going anywhere. Okada's not going anywhere.
NWA World Champ Tim Storm's not going to sign with NXT this year?
I said major names. Oh. Tanahashi's not going anywhere.
No, that's true. Okada's not going anywhere.
Ricochet has made it known that he's going after the junior heavyweight belt in New Japan.
Yeah.
So he's not going WWE. And also
Will Ospreay.
He's taking less dates this year. You don't take less dates and sign with WWE.
Yeah.
Because you're working 300 days a year.
Yeah.
I just read an interview with Ricochet where he said he doesn't want to be a part of the cruiserweight division. Mm-hmm. He wants the Finn Balor route to the main roster. So he's building up that brand. So he's not going to be in WWE for a while.
Yeah.
He's doing the Kenny Omega route.
Yeah.
So
that's good. I'm glad that he has his goals.
Who else? What major independent names? Adam Cole is the only one that we don't know about.
Martin Kirby, dickhead. Not exactly the most major name.
So, I mean, we don't know what Adam Cole's situation is, but he does have a match against Kyle O'Reilly at
Tokyo Dome, but that's
Wrestle Kingdom 11. I know it's the beginning of the year.
Well, it's not even. Yeah, that's a whole lot of nothing because they're not going to have the Ring of Honor belt.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying. So I read somewhere that Ring of Honor contracts, or a lot of them, are up at the end of this year. And granted, Adam Cole can sign a short-term deal to do that match, but the fact that he's actually even doing that match, I would think he's not leaving.
Adam Cole's contract is due to expire on 12/31. However, due to missing 4 months with injuries, it's extended until April.
Okay.
So there's still some wiggle room there. Adam Cole, baby, is the one sticking point. That's your one saving grace.
That's the wild card.
Okay.
That's the wild card. Otherwise, I don't see any major independent or international names signing with NXT and WWE this year.
Major names.
Yes.
Major names.
So, which would, in assuming they want to keep Shinsuke around NXT for a while.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to, bring in a whole lot of new talent to NXT to fill the upper mid card or the main event scene, because they still have Shinsuke, they have Bobby Roode, they have Ty Dillinger, maybe Roderick Strong.
Have you looked at Naito's contract? See what his status is?
No.
He could throw you off too.
He could.
He's massive now. What if WWE just threw him tons of money? I don't think they do that though.
No,
that doesn't sound right to me.
No.
All right, my turn.
Yes.
Ring of Honor / PWG catalogs will be on the WWE network. Their catalogs will be.
I don't think PWG will.
I think they will.
They make too much money selling the DVDs and Blu-rays.
I know, but I wonder how much of those DVD sales come from new events. I'm not talking about like new events that they have on the network. I'm talking about stuff that like you have like a year window.
I understand, like stuff from 2003.
DVDs.
I understand.
Because how many people are buying those? I have no idea. I just get the feeling that money, bringing in that money, would benefit them more in terms of PWG. Would benefit them more.
It depends what kind of deal they got. And from all indications, PWG seems pretty satisfied with their business operation right now.
But
I mean, they're still in the same place.
Yeah.
A sellout for them was 400 people?
Yeah.
For one of their shows.
Is it?
It's a really small place.
Yeah.
So I'd be surprised if that happened.
I would not be surprised.
I'd be very happy.
It's gonna happen.
But I'd be surprised if it happened this year.
Guaranteed to happen.
Next prediction. This is an absolute lock.
Okay.
A lock.
Okay.
Ty Dillinger will win the NXT title in 2017.
We've already said this before.
So this is one of my predictions.
Bobby Roode gets it off Shinsuke Nakamura. Ty Dillinger gets it off Bobby Roode.
Yes, it'll happen no later than TakeOver Houston during Survivor Series weekend.
I agree with this one.
100% lock.
Wait. You have literally the date and time.
I said, it'll happen no later than that.
No later than when?
Survivor Series weekend. So November.
So you have all the way to November.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. Who's Bobby Roode going to take on? Oh, I guess the rematch, maybe the Shinsuke Nakamura rematch.
At Mania, yeah.
Mania. Unless Shinsuke comes up before then.
Could be. But that's an absolute lock. Lock.
Yeah, it's a lock.
Point for me.
What do you mean point for you?
Well, if we're keeping track of who wins predictions.
Gotta wait a year.
No, that's a guarantee.
All right.
Next.
Throw up now?
Maybe.
All right. My next one.
Yeah.
SmackDown moves to 3 hours.
Okay.
All they talk about whenever they, for example, the UK tournament, they just talk about adding content.
But the content that's being added is all on the network.
That's true. I know. That's true. However, you have all this new talent coming in. What better way to cherry pick the really good stuff than by simply adding a third hour to SmackDown? And everybody's going to bitch about it, but I guarantee you they're going to add another hour.
I'd rather have 2 hour NXTs.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You'd rather have a 2 hour NXT? NXT is the thing that I treasure.
I know.
See, SmackDown, I think SmackDown moving to 3 hours brings it up to the level of Raw in terms of how important it should be.
I feel like a 3 hour SmackDown just potentially make a really briskly paced, entertaining show a slog, which is what Raw usually is.
No, I agree.
And that's why I don't want it.
Well, they're going to do it.
We'll see. If there's money in it, they will. But if there's not money in it, they won't.
Yeah. Well, that's all these predictions are.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Next prediction.
Yeah.
AJ Styles and Sasha Banks will be the first superstars to win the top belts for each brand. So AJ is going to win the Universal title, and Sasha will win the SmackDown Women's title.
You think Sasha's going to go to SmackDown? You're insane.
No, because when Asuka's ready to come to Maine, you think she's going to SmackDown? She's going to Raw. Asuka feels like a Raw competitor, sort of like we think Shinsuke feels like he belongs on Raw versus SmackDown, whereas we think Samoa Joe could easily go to SmackDown.
Okay,
and if they have Asuka, Bayley, Charlotte, and Sasha all on Raw, that's too many top-of-the-card women talents. One of them has to go to SmackDown. There was like a Twitter exchange between Sasha and somebody about the women's title, and Sasha's response to it was something along the lines of better make it blue.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
So
all right.
During whether it's the next draft or there's trades happening, Sasha's going to SmackDown winning the women's title.
I could maybe see that. All
and if AJ's going to Raw, he's winning the Universal title within the first 6 months he's there.
I like this one. Oh,
guaranteed.
First 3 months he's there, dude.
First day. And then
AJ
Finn for the Universal title at WrestleMania 34. That's the match.
All right, we're going to be there. My next one. Again, there's going to be no way to verify this. Vince exerts himself even more. I think Vince is going to make one last power grab in his final days where he's going to completely try to railroad anything Triple H and Stephanie does. He's going to take over NXT. We've already seen he's taken over 205 Live.
Yeah.
I think Vince is going to overdo it in proving to people that he's still in charge. But it's going to be like the death rattle.
Okay.
Then he might die. 2017 might take Vince McMahon.
Okay.
Maybe.
But
I think I can see that happening. I think the fact that 205 Live, they're saying that's Vince and Kevin Dunn.
I know.
All right. Well, I think Vince is just going to keep on exerting his power. He's going to sleep even less. I could see that happening. Will we be able to prove it? I have no idea.
Sneeze not at all.
Like the UK tournament is all Vince, apparently?
You completely no-sold my sneeze joke.
What'd you say?
I said he's not going to sneeze at all.
He doesn't do that.
He doesn't like sneezing.
He hates
because it means he's not in control.
He's not in control. You're up.
Next, Kurt Angle will return to WWE. Now, WrestleZone had a story today that Kurt Angle is not accepting any independent bookings after, I think he has 2 shows for WCPW.
WCPW.
One against Alberto Del Rio and one against Cody Rhodes after that. According to WrestleZone and Wrestling Observer newsletter, he's not accepting any further bookings for the 2017.
Do we know when those dates are?
I think the Alberto show is it's February 12th. But,
is there any chance he shows up at the Rumble?
No.
February 12th. Boy, that's getting close to Mania.
Yep, that's the thing.
Wow.
Their rumors are that he might show up at Mania.
Man, oh man. Or the Raw.
But Wrestling Observer says there's all sorts of rumors going around about an Angle return, but this isn't the first time that's been the case.
No kidding. I know.
So, but Kurt Angle back in the WWE.
Which brand? It's got to be SmackDown, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be SmackDown.
Yep.
That's why I want SmackDown to have that. SmackDown needs those part-time marquee talents. I know they've got Cena, who's like the ultimate one, but they need more. They have
Undertaker too.
Undertaker. I know. Where's the Undertaker? My legacy.
Probably at home, rehabbing his hip.
My legacy is now defined on my couch.
Yeah.
Watching Judge Judy.
You say Judge Duty?
Judge Duty. It's my little joke. Judge Duty. I
feel really good about my prediction, Steve.
And I like Judge
Faith. I feel really good about him.
Faith Jenkins.
What's your next prediction?
Oh, WWE moves in on New Japan's territory. I think they're gonna do one of them things out there in Japan and start trying to encroach. Given some comments recently by the guy who runs New Japan, I forget his name. He seems pretty bitter about the WWE. Vince hears him talk shit. Oh, so he thinks I can't move on his talent. I'm gonna do so. They're gonna do something out there.
Yeah,
we saw that they had a show, an NXT show in Osaka. I think they're going to do something like the UK Bruiserweight thing, but the next stop is going to be Japan.
Okay.
And I think it's going to start encroaching on New Japan's territory, and that'll make things interesting. I don't know what it's going to mean, but it's going to make things interesting.
Do you think they will kind of start...
Bone Soldier signed to WWE.
Do you think...
Captain New Japan.
Yeah, I know. Do you think they'll start...
Guy with his chonies.
A new kind of sub-promotion from the ground up, or will they try to buy one of the promotions already in Japan?
Fuck, I don't know. I imagine if they follow the same blueprint, if they're happy with the way things are with the UK thing, then they're just going to do their own thing.
Yeah.
They seem to like to build things from the ground up anyways. If there's some small sub promotion, they'll just take other talent away.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know, but I could see that happening. I think we're going to get this in the same manner we got the UK tournament. They're going to go to Japan and do the same thing.
Okay.
I really think that.
Next prediction, number 5 for me.
Okay.
John Cena will not break Ric Flair's world title record 2017. He's not going to break it.
The 18 number?
17, well, whatever number.
Whatever number the WWE says it is?
Yeah. So he won't win number 17 this year.
So if we're to assume that he wins
at the Rumble,
16.
At the Rumble.
He's not going to win again for the rest of the year?
That'll be the main event, WrestleMania 34, will be him going for number 17. I mean, I guess it's possible that he can win at the Rumble, drop it, and then try to win it back.
I could see what you're saying is probably right. You need to extend him out a little bit. When's the last time he had a world title?
He didn't have it last year at all, did he? In 2016? So probably 2015.
Okay.
I think. I'll have to look. But I don't believe he had it 2016 at all. He was hardly around in 2016.
Yeah, he wasn't around that much this year. No, I could see that. WrestleMania 34. Okay, so who?
Show ends.
Who does he win? Who does he beat? Who does he win it from? Shocker, Ric Flair. Still doesn't get the record.
But then the thing is, Ric Flair gets another title.
Ric Flair would have another. Exactly. Yeah,
he would have 17 at that point.
Exactly. Yeah. Samoa Joe. Could you mean Cena versus Samoa Joe? That'd be rad. If Samoa Joe goes to SmackDown,
that'd be awesome.
Have the SmackDown belt. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. All right, go ahead.
All right, my last one. I don't even know what it is. Oh, okay. Mine is Cena also. Cena passes more torches as he moves to movies. So that could go along with what you're saying. He's going to lose to more people, big names, possibly like Samoa Joe. Possible, and I don't think Shinsuke Nakamura because I think he's going to Raw. Mm-hmm. But I think Cena, he's going to lose a couple more matches this year.
See, while you're on this, I had this as a prediction initially, but then following the events of SmackDown, where we kind of see the beginning of the end of the Wyatt family as it exists now, I don't know if it's going to happen, so I didn't put it as a prediction, but I still like it, so I'm going to talk about it.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt wins the belt from John Cena at Money in the Bank.
Ooh.
Although I think it's a Raw pay-per-view now that I think about it, but whatever, I'm still going with it.
No, it's a SmackDown one.
Is it? I've heard both.
I think I read a tweet this morning where Justin LaBar said it's a SmackDown one.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I've heard both. And then Orton wins the Money in the Bank briefcase at Money in the Bank.
Okay.
So you have this dynamic within the Wyatt family where, like literally the guy that can take the belt off Bray at any time, is right next to him all the time.
Do you really think they're going to wait that long for the Wyatts to do their
Doesn't
thing?
seem that way. That's why I didn't put it as an official prediction.
Let's see here. Money in the Bank coming to St. Louis. Let's go to St. Louis.
That's where Randy Orton's from.
Are there any friendos out there in St. Louis?
Maybe. So I read the thing this morning that said it was a Raw branded pay-per-view, but I've heard it was a SmackDown. It should be a cross-brand one.
I know. It'd be great.
Ideally.
Man, I would love that because it's kind of like its own Royal Rumble these days.
I know.
That'd be awesome.
I know.
Yeah, good predictions.
Yes, good predictions. Let's talk about who's going to hold all the belts end of 2017.
How about it? Go ahead.
All right. In the WWE, I think Bray Wyatt will be the world champion.
At the end of the year?
End of the year.
Leaving 2017.
Bray Wyatt will hold the world title. AJ Styles will be the Universal Champion.
Well, hold on a second. Wait a second. Well, let me get mine in.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Those are rattling them off.
Well, I thought I was going to do mine, then you could do yours.
No. You write mine down. Bray Wyatt. No, I mean, WWE title, end of 2017.
What? You have a computer? You can write your own down.
But you have the official sheet.
All right, fine.
Leaving 2017, who's going to be the WWE champion? I'm going to say Samoa Joe.
Yeah, I almost said him too.
Nah.
All right, my Raw Universal Champion will be AJ Styles.
Universal champion. You think Vince is going to allow 2 TNA guys to have the top belts?
Well, I didn't say that. You did. Well, I said AJ and Bray.
Oh, I said Samoa Joe. Okay, well, I can't have AJ then. Who's going to be the top Universal? I'm going to say Finn.
Finn
will have the Universal title still. Finn Balor.
The women's champions will be Bayley on Raw and Sasha Banks on SmackDown.
Change mine. Roman Reigns is going to be the Universal Champion, leaving 2017. That's going to be a thing. Can't believe none of our predictions had anything to do with Roman Reigns. I thought of 2 things. Either Roman Reigns legitimately gets over in 2017, which I could possibly see happening, or which could go into this, Roman Reigns heel turns at 2017. But I don't know.
All right, who are your women's champions on Raw and SmackDown?
Okay, Raw
End of the
Women's
year.
Champion is going to be Charlotte, because that's easy. No, Asuka. Asuka leaves 2017 as a Raw Women's Champion.
SmackDown.
Boy, I really like your idea of Sasha Banks.
Good idea.
I'm going to say Sasha Banks. That's a good one. That's collaboration right there.
I don't think there's a whole lot of collaboration. It's you ripping me off.
I like your idea.
Intercontinental Champion, Baron
It
Corbin.
makes sense.
That's my pick.
Intercontinental. He's already fighting for the world title.
And he lost.
Ty Dillinger.
He's going to be NXT champion, though.
At the end of the year?
Yeah, because he's going to win it in
He said
November.
He's going to win it in Survivor Series. I think he's going to be called up earlier than that.
All right. Doesn't fit with the storyline, but okay.
Ty Dillinger wins the IC championship.
All right. U.S. title, Sami Zayn.
Whoa. Let's go. We'll agree on that one. I'll say that too.
Tag team champions. On Raw will be the Club.
No, change my U.S. champion. Braun Strowman. Sami Zayn's probably a better guess, though.
Tag champions. On Raw, it's going to be the Club.
Leaving 2017 is going to be the Club?
Yeah, and then the Revival on SmackDown.
Oh, man, yeah. You can't. I'll go with the Revival on SmackDown. That seems pretty obvious.
About Raw.
On Raw, I think it's going to be... I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it's the New Day. They get them back by the end of the year.
Cruiserweight champion, Cedric Alexander.
No Dar.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna
I'll
say
go on
that.
the other end of that feud. He's going to be a great champion.
Yeah, he will be.
He's going to be a magnificent champion. Oh, wait a second. Fuck that.
Jack Gallagher.
Austin Aries.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying Austin Aries, baby.
Forgot about him. NXT champion, Ty Dillinger. End of 2017.
I'm going to say Eric Young. Why? Why are you so confused about that
I'm not
one?
confused. It's a surprising choice.
Sanity, baby.
Women's champion, Ember Moon.
Man, do I want to change my Intercontinental pick to... What was my Intercontinental pick?
Ty Dillinger.
Okay. What brand is Bobby Roode going to go to?
It seems like SmackDown.
He feels like a SmackDown guy.
Yeah, he'd be great on SmackDown.
Anyways, what's next?
Women's champion, NXT Women's champion. I said Ember Moon.
Closing out 2017.
Mm-hmm.
By that point, I'm going to say that closing out 2017 is going to be Sanity Strong.
Oh,
I'm going to
Nikki
say
Cross,
Nikki
huh?
Cross. And guess who the tag champs are going to be? Sanity. Big Damo.
Yeah.
And somebody. And whoever the other guy is. Who's the other guy?
Alexander Wolf.
Is that who it is?
I think so.
All right. I never know.
I'm saying TM61's going to be the tag team champions.
Oh, they'll be tag team champions, but not
In
closing
NXT.
out the year.
Yeah, closing out the year. It's either them or Authors of Pain.
TM61 are going to be tag champs in the next 3 months.
I don't know, because Authors of Pain are probably getting those
Oh,
belts.
shit. The others are Painter. Yeah, but they're going to be called up. They might get called up after Mania. They're freaking ready.
Ring of Honor. Who do you think is going to be the Ring of Honor world champion?
The end of 2017. Who's going to be the Ring of Honor world champ? Well, Adam Cole is going to go to WWE.
Let's
so
see
it's
about
not gonna
that.
Be him, and that's going to ruin your prediction.
I'm saying Marty Scurll is going to be the Ring of Honor champion.
Oh, that makes sense. Shit, that's a good one. Who's Will Ospreay signed with?
I know he's done work with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, you said he's looking to do less.
Yeah,
dates,
that's what I
right?
heard, that he was looking to do less dates in 2017.
I'm gonna say what's Kyle O'Reilly's old running buddy? What's his name? Fish? Bobby Fish?
Oh, Bobby Fish.
I'm gonna say Bobby Fish.
All right.
Because he was the television champion until recently.
Yeah. Good choice. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Who will be the IWGP Heavyweight Champion?
Oh, Omega.
You
Are
think
you kidding
so?
me? Oh,
I'm saying
absolutely.
Tetsuya Naito.
All right.
All right. Last chance to make any changes.
Nope. Lock those in.
Lock it.
I can't even see them. Are they on the notes here?
No.
You didn't put on the notes.
I have a secret file here. Password protected.
What the hell is that?
No one can change this but me.
Just a notepad file.
Yeah, no, there's no password to it.
That's okay. Nope. Lock those in a vault. Put them somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our predictions right there.
Good. I feel good about all mine.
I feel great about all
I feel
mine.
fantastic. I'm looking to win predictions this year.
What's the prize for winning predictions?
I don't know.
Somebody has to wear. Maybe that should be somebody has to wear a Vince Russo shirt.
For how long?
The entirety of 2018.
I'd rather just quit.
Yeah,
I'd rather just quit doing the show.
Really?
Yeah, I have to wear a Vince Russo shirt
Give
every
up
day
all
for
that
the
money.
year.
Oh wait, we need one more prediction from each of us. A going in Raw prediction. Write this down in your little notepad. A going in Raw prediction for 2017.
What is your prediction?
We will officially add a third member to our channel. That isn't like Scoops because he just writes. He does research. Nobody wants to look at his face anyways.
It's rude. That's very rude. Dude, who is this third member going to be?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
No clue.
All
No
right.
idea. No clue. I just think I think we're on that trajectory. We're going to have somebody. We got to start the first. People don't just want to see us, man. Like, even if it's Hilton just hanging out during Steve W, we're going to have a third person. So, yeah, that's an easy one for me to get right because I can just bring Hilton in December, be like, Hilton, I need you for this prediction episode.
I know. I don't know.
How about this? Going in Raw starts their own wrestling promotion.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that at all.
Those guys over What Culture have balls, man. I would not want to do that. What if somebody breaks their neck because you decided to start up a wrestling promotion? That'd be horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be too much.
I'd blow out my knee. Oh my God, I'm so sorry I started this.
I don't know. I'd be content with just continuing on this trajectory we're on right now.
No, there's got to be some prediction. Like, okay, a year ago, could we have ever predicted we would have interviewed the WWE World Champ?
No, not at all.
No, exactly. So I'm saying
We're going to be granted an audience with Vince McMahon.
Okay, write it down. Oh man, or at least Triple H.
Yeah.
That's a good one. We'll be approached to be consultants on WWE programs.
No, I just like Vince. We get a call from somebody.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon would like to meet with you. We get flown out to Stamford, Connecticut.
Really?
Go to Titan Towers.
For what?
He just wants to say hey.
I want to pick your brains.
Yeah.
I'm looking to exert.
I have a low-level writer who watches the show and always gives me great ideas.
So he was watching your predictions episode, and one of you guys said that I'm going to exert more control. And I hadn't planned on it, but I think it's a great idea. I'm like, ugh, why did I do that? But I still got the prediction right. We'll be granted an audience. I like how you say that, too. We'll be granted an audience with Vince McMahon. That's good.
All right, we got a few questions. And then we got a special edition of Kayfabe Corner.
Oh, yeah.
Wild card finals.
Finals of Kayfabe Corner.
So this is on a different day.
Well, I have to get a 13 to tie you on the year.
You have to get a perfect score to win.
You weren't even going to do it. You were like, no, you can't do it. There is the possibility. My destiny hasn't been determined yet.
Possible, but highly improbable.
My destiny hasn't been determined yet.
Up until this point, you were like, yep, fine, done.
No, but then I realized the math on it warrants at least me trying. Like, I thought I was so far behind that it was impossible for me to win. It's just highly implausible.
You pretty much are.
It's highly implausible.
The best score anybody's ever gotten, me, is 12.
Yeah.
Even then, you come up one short.
You're right. I know.
And you're not getting a 12 on this list.
Well, this is the wild. I could be the wild card. The wild card.
Unless you were here when I was out, like, washing out my soup jar, peeping at my list, cheating.
The wild card could be anybody. I could be the wild card too.
Is that your Dolph? Really?
Yeah.
Really? Let's answer some questions. You only got a couple.
All right.
Martin McLaughlin, new subscriber, long-term fan. Thank you very much. Regarding Steve W and Fun Wrestling, are your wrestlers on open contracts to face off in other promotions?
It's on a wrestler-by-wrestler basis. DM us at our official business Twitters, at MF Steve here, at Joy of Bearding, if you have interest in using one of our wrestlers.
But also we have said in the past that if friendos hold Fun Wrestling or WCW shows, upload them to YouTube, and if we enjoy their work, we will like them, put them into playlists. It'll be our house show circuit.
Yeah, for sure.
So
anybody can go on right now and hashtag Going In Raw and use those wrestlers. I'm just saying, if it's one of my creations, I want to know what your intentions are.
Yes.
Before you upload some YouTube video where one of my guys, like Mecha Santa's out there just jobbing to, the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah.
I want to know about that.
You want to make sure the integrity of your character.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So DM us. Chances are we'll give you full permission.
Yes. Next question.
That sounds like a big pain in the ass. You go ahead and use them. I don't care. Whatever. Use my guys.
Crazy Mike Lucas.
Crazy Mike Lucas.
Hey, friendos. First-time patron. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Crazy Mike.
Long-time viewer. How long till we see hashtag DIY on Maine and on what show? I hope, given the success they've had, being the NXT Tag Team Champions, they're not going to put them on 205 Live. I want them to be brought up to
I know.
SmackDown as a tag team.
I want to see how effective their hashtag is. How are you going to try to commandeer a hashtag that's already got to be used for some? Okay, that worked.
Nope. There's a whole network.
The second one, and this one has 299 likes. This guy turned an old bathtub into a dope new couch. Hashtag DIY.
Oh, that's cool.
There's some NXT, WWE. Building an app takes time and creativity. Let apps bar simplify the rest. Hashtag DIY.
All right.
Book my style. Here's a simple hashtag DIY by somebody.
You want to answer his question
about doing a dress
before you?
Why are they hashtagging something that already has a hashtag? How long are we gonna be on Maine?
How long till they're on Maine?
Yeah, and then how long are they gonna be on Maine? I'm gonna say by SummerSlam.
I was going to say the same exact.
By SummerSlam, they're gonna show up.
Yeah.
Or maybe immediately following SummerSlam. Like if they have a
SummerSlam season.
What do you think they're going to do? Think Raw or SmackDown?
I'm hoping SmackDown.
I'm hoping Raw. I don't want them on the same one as a Revival.
Oh yeah, I would. They put on great matches.
Raw needs them, I think.
Raw gets Authors of Pain.
Yeah, Raw gets Authors of Pain and DIY. Both of them.
I don't think they need both of them. SmackDown needs both of them. VH Costa. Hey, friendos, your music aficionado from Portugal here. Forgot to ask last week, but why do you think they started officially calling AJ's title the WWE Championship instead of the WWE World Championship? Cheers and happy holidays. Thank you.
I saw this answer on a Dave Meltzer tweet from somebody who asked him the exact same thing, and according to him, it is literally at Vince's whim. Sometimes he likes the word world, sometimes he doesn't, and they change it back and forth in accordance with whatever Vince is feeling like.
Now, if we were ever granted an audience with Vince, would you bring that up to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd say, let's just stick with one name.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. I'd say, Vince, many people say that world is a great word. It's very unfair that you took it out of the title.
Do you think, let me ask you this. Do you think maybe they took the word world out of the official name of the title so it doesn't seem below Universal, because Universal is more encompassing, it's all encompassing as opposed to the World. I mean, I think the obvious answer is no, but I just want to know your opinion on it.
Are you asking me if the reason they took it out is because World is lesser than Universe?
Yes.
And you're thinking that the obvious answer is no?
Yeah.
I don't think that's obvious at all. I think it's very likely that Vince woke up one day and said, wait a second. There's a whole lot of worlds in the universe. But the WWE is its own universe. So we'll take the world out. WWE is its own universe versus the Universal title. I don't think it's obvious that that's not the reason at all. I think it's actually kind of likely that's the reason.
Oh, okay.
I'll be honest with you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we have some video questions.
Maybe Vince keeps on tripping over the term. The WWE World Champion. Maybe he just doesn't like. Maybe because he keeps on wanting to say the WWE World Heavyweight. No, just the World.
And since he can't control that, he just takes it all out.
Exactly.
Okay.
He's going to just call it the championship.
The title.
In 2017, that's my prediction. He's just going to call it, yeah, AJ, we're going to now start referring to it as the championship. Okay, Vince, I'd love to be here. And he does this.
First question, video question.
Video questions now from Sacramento Made North Scout. Let's see what he says.
Hey friendos, Sacramento Made North Scout here. Just first time video question. And I'm just hanging out here with the World Heavyweight Puppy Champion, Ollie, here in beautiful, beautiful Sacramento. Anyway, I'm going through watching all the old Attitude Era stuff. Getting through 1998 right now. And some things that really stick out to me is how cool some of the random feuds were. I'm watching one right now with Val Venus and Goldust, which sounds super random, but actually was pretty darn entertaining. So my question is, thinking back, what are some pretty cool feuds you guys remember that have two seemingly like unrelated, weird, random superstars, but actually ended up being pretty cool? Anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Take care. Too sweet. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So when he mentioned the Attitude Era random feuds thing,
He said Val Venus and Goldust.
I thought of one person, Steve Blackman, the Lethal Weapon Steve Blackman, who is literally the king of random feuds. And I looked him up on the Wikipedia.
He had a feud with Shane McMahon.
My favorite is with Al Snow. Al Snow has some great feuds back then.
Yeah.
And Al Snow was great, and he still is great.
Yes.
So it says here, according to Wikipedia, Blackman and Al Snow formed a tag team that was known unofficially as Head Cheese.
Yeah.
As Al Snow made Steve Blackman wear a cheese head hat to complement the mannequin head that Snow had.
Yeah, I remember that.
Blackman had a reputation for being very serious. And so, he was always the straight guy to the comedic element. And so, he also was a tag team with the Grandmaster Sexy at one point.
Yeah.
So the two put on comedy duo skits. Many of the skits involved Snow's attempts to come up with a gimmick for their team. That's ahead of the time, because we were doing that on Going in Raw a year ago.
Yeah.
In one backstage scene, Al Snow proposed that the duo develop a TV show. Remember, this is all in a wrestling thing. Develop a TV show wherein they travel through time and solve mysteries. Another memorable sketch involves Snow scheduling an unsuspecting Steve Blackman to perform stand-up comedy at a nursing home with, according to Wikipedia, humorously disastrous results. They had one shot at the World Tag Team Championships when they took on the New Age Outlaws. It ended in a no contest due to interference from the debuting Radicals. So when the Radicals debuted, that was the match they started.
Yeah.
Then they lost to TNA. Test and Albert, not the promotion.
Yeah, I didn't think
at
it'd be the
WrestleMania
promotion.
2000, which you were in
I was
attendance
there.
for. You were there for that. And it's just a litany of not knowing what the fuck to do with the Lethal Weapon Steve Blackman and just all these he was a good straight guy though. He was always down to do funny stuff.
I know.
So Steve Blackman's my choice.
There's a lot of these type feuds in WCW towards the tail end.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the fact Jeff Jarrett versus David Arquette.
That's about as random as it gets.
Random. It's not a cool random feud, but it's a random feud.
Who did Shane Douglas take on in that Viagra on a pole match?
Oh man,
Viagra on a pole, because they had a weird angle where he was dating Tori Wilson. Oh, it was Billy Kidman. That's right.
Oh yeah,
she
yeah.
was hooking out with Billy Kidman.
Yeah, they were an item.
But then she was with Jane, and there was one the outfits they used to have her wear were seriously borderline like rated R. Like, you think it was bad with Lita showing off a lot of cleavage? There was one, I swear to God, there was one, I don't know if it was literally this Viagra on a pole match one. There was some match, I think it might have been this one, now that I think about it. And Tori Wilson literally was wearing a top so open that part of her areola was showing. Like, you could literally see part of her nipple, which is awesome because who doesn't want to see nipple?
Oh, here's the best random feud. Was it Ric Flair versus RoboCop?
That was pretty great. That was
pretty
awesome.
Yeah, the Four Horsemen versus RoboCop.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
That's great.
That's the answer.
You can't get more random than that.
No. Next question from Patrick Sparks.
My question really is, why was Stephanie McMahon champion at all? Because that blows my fucking mind. And 2, do you think that those couple of months changed her wrestling, made it better? Or do you think it was because it was Trish over Lita? What's your opinion? Because I think Stephanie is just a bad wrestler. And yeah, she got a little bit better in those months, but should have never been champ. What do you guys think? Thanks, Mendoza. It's fucking cold. Bye.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick. Man, look at that snow. That looks really cold out there. Like,
yeah.
It's cold here, but man.
That's real cold.
And I like that Patrick is just chilling in the snow somewhere. Yeah. Like, he looks like an extra from Fargo.
Yeah.
I know it's a completely different place.
Yeah, different part of the country, yes.
Yeah. Anyways, why was his scenic route question there was, why was Steph women's champion?
I'm sure they thought it would advance.
Boss's daughter.
Well, that. Also, I'm sure they thought it would advance stories.
In a weird way. Yeah, she was a bad wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a big name.
Mm-hmm.
So in a weird way, it kind of enhanced the belt a little bit because she was a big name.
Yeah.
You know? She was in all the big storylines. And when there's kind of this underlying thing of when Stephanie had the belt, it's like, okay, it's kind of like when Triple H had the belt. It's like part of the story is almost, well, who are they going to book to beat the boss's daughter?
Yeah.
Because that in itself, then it becomes, well, how are they going to book that belt off the boss's daughter? Because they're not going to do it in a mundane way. They're going to have to do it in a strong way.
Yeah.
So they're, it's like, obviously that wasn't part of the storyline, but as fans and understanding that's the boss's daughter, and it's kind of a big deal and it's Triple H's like, girlfriend or whatever, you kind of just knew that that was kind of big time, and whoever they're going to have take the belt off her, that was kind of a big push.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I think. So I kind of think that it enhanced the belt in that manner.
All right.
She wasn't a very good wrestler.
No.
I don't know. What do you think?
No, I just said. Because I think they probably did it to enhance storylines, to further storylines.
Yeah.
All right, one more video question.
Jason the Cabbie.
Howdy do, Steve, Larson, friendos everywhere. It's your old pal, Jason the Cabbie. On the job, but I promise you, not in motion. So, my question for you this week is, has NXT booked themselves into a corner regarding their women's title and their main title? The only reason I ask is, as great as Bobby Roode is, I just don't see him being a believable threat to Shinsuke for the title, barring any shenanigans, maybe some kind of outside interference from Samoa Joe or something of that nature. And Asuka, the only real believable threat that I see coming to her out of the women's division is maybe Ember Moon. Nikki Cross is good, but she seems a little green, and I just don't see it coming out of Billie Kay or Peyton Royce anytime soon. So with that, I mean, it just seems like they've kind of painted themselves into a corner with the booking. What do you guys think? Peace.
Thanks, Jason. And thank you for not driving while you're asking video questions.
Yes.
I was worried at first because you were watching the video question. You said, oh, he's in his car. I looked, and then he literally said, don't worry, I'm not driving.
Yeah.
So good on you.
To answer his question, though, yeah, NXT has kind of booked themselves in a corner.
I'm very interested. But here's the thing. You have to have faith. Got to have faith in NXT. They kind of know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Booking Bobby Roode against Shinsuke Nakamura, it'll at least be interesting because they haven't booked Bobby all that strong necessarily. He's more of an opportunist.
So, I mean, my thought when I saw that match for the NXT title, Shinsuke versus Bobby Roode, is that maybe Samoa Joe would interfere on behalf of Bobby Roode and cost Shinsuke the belt.
Maybe. Could be. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't think that they're going to have. Yeah, I think like what you said. I'm not sure it's going to be Samoa Joe. Wouldn't surprise me if it was. But they're going to do something fishy to get that title on Bobby Roode.
Mm-hmm.
I like my champion strong. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't think he's not going to beat Shinsuke head up, straight up, one-on-one. They have big plans for Shinsuke, I hope.
Yes.
I like when people ask Triple H, why is Shinsuke still on NXT? I think it's funny when people ask me that. That always means, I hate when people ask me that.
I know.
What a dick.
I know.
Anyways,
well, as far as Asuka, I mean, there's some promising talent in the NXT women's division, but it doesn't really seem like any of them are in a place now where they can step up and legitimately contend with Asuka. Ember Moon's close.
I'll be honest.
She just
with
needs to
you,
be more familiar with audiences.
I love it. I love it. I think that because Asuka, like, kind of the point of NXT is to get the person up to main and in the strongest way possible. Mm-hmm. And there are no two stronger champions right now that you can really think of beside that aren't Shinsuke Nakamura and Asuka, really.
What about Roman Reigns?
I mean, he's kind of book strong. Anyways, Larson, it's time now for the Kayfabe Corner Wild Card Finals.
Wild Card Finals.
The Wild Card Finals.
Let me get my list up here.
I'm gonna get like the first two wrong. It's all.
Well, as soon as you get two wrong.
No, we're not gonna stop.
Well, actually, as soon as you get one wrong,
I want to know. I want to know what my final score is gonna be.
Okay, so you won't know what the final score is gonna be. You'll know how much you lost by.
Yes, that's what I mean, Dad.
The difference. So I put up for a vote Lex Luger and Scott Steiner. Guess who won?
Of course, Big Papa Pump.
Yeah, Scott Steiner.
Real man.
Are you ready? 12 names, 6 real, 6 fake.
Just read them, you fat bastard.
All right, first, Jerry Roberts.
Fake.
Real.
Damn it. I can only tie you now.
Yep. If you get another one wrong, I win.
Okay.
2, Scott Kent.
Real.
Fake. I win.
Continue. Oh, wait, why do I even have a thumb up?
Yeah, you haven't got one right yet.
Okay.
3, Joe Smith.
Real.
Yes.
Okay.
4, Bo Richards.
Bo Richards. Spell Bo.
B-E-A-U.
Real.
Fake.
Okay.
5, Jimmy Backlund.
Jimmy Backlund? Oh, real.
Yes. 6, Ray Vile.
Fake.
Yeah. Next, Wild Card Wallace.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Wild Card Finals.
It is Wild Finals. I'm going to say real, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, Billy Winchester.
Ooh, that's a good name, but it's fake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next, Johnny West.
Real.
Yeah. Eddie Glenn.
Fake.
Yeah. Power Warrior.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one.
Chris Graham.
Fake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you get 9?
I got 9.
Still can't win. I don't care.
I got 9.
You don't get either of these questions either.
All right, let's hear them.
Who did Scott Steiner defeat to win his very first championship? Very first.
Okay. Butch Reed.
The Great Wojo.
Fuck.
It was in some regional promotion.
All right, next.
Scott Steiner appeared in an episode of Charmed. Remember Charmed?
Yeah, I remember Charmed.
In 2001. What was his character's name?
Are you fucking shitting me? I never give you stuff that's so hard. There's no way you're gonna get it. That's ridiculous. Like, the first question's fine. That's ridiculous.
Why is this ridiculous? How is this any more ridiculous than the first question?
Because the first question relies on my wrestling knowledge.
So does this. You're a big Scott Steiner fan.
Not a big Charmed fan.
But if you're a Scott Steiner fan, you should know like everything about him. Not just that he had drop foot.
What's... Yeah, I like that to be a good question. What affliction plagued his later career? What was his character's name?
Yeah.
I forfeit. I don't know.
Mega Man.
So stupid. So I got 9.
I won by 4.
You won by 4. You won by 4. That's a razor thin margin. That's a razor fucking thin margin on the course of a year.
Whatever, I won. I don't care.
With one more episode, I gotta beat you.
Yeah, but then the year's over. There is no other
4 thing. Is the 4 in the grand scope of things. Like, my win at trivia is more impressive than your 4 at Kayfabe Corner.
No,
it is absolutely, because we only do like 5 trivia questions per episode for each one.
Yeah.
Kayfabe Corner, we have 12 opportunities. We have like 14 opportunities to get a point. I win the year.
No, you don't.
I do,
It's a
absolutely.
draw. I win kayfabe. You win
4.
trivia.
That was a good score. What did I get again?
9.
I got 9, and then you gave me bunk questions. Boy, I should have gotten 11, which really only means I lost by 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost.
Once you get those first 2 wrong, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess.
You lost.
Damn it. Oh well.
Just accept it. You lost.
I lost just at this, but it's only by 4. Well, I want to know the percentages. What are the percentages that I lost by?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's also a larger sample size.
But you lost on the SmackDown show, and people like that better. So that matters more. Are we going to come up with like some sort of trivia thing for the NXT show? We should.
Maybe, I guess.
We should. Anyways, that's it for now. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.